definite pace, meaning on that reap. That simply says you don't look to reap nothing else. The only thing that you reap is what you sowed. Now, so I can't sow corn and expect to get cotton. And I can't sow cotton and expect to get corn. Whatever I sow, that I will also reap. Notice, go with us in this Bible lesson tonight. Go with us. He said, whatsoever a man soweth. I'm saying to you, in the spiritual. Now, let us not sow things that we will hate to reap. Let us not sow hatred. Let us not sow malice. Let us not sow jealousy and wrath and strife. Let us not sow that. Because according to, well, you sow that, that's whatsoever a man sow, that shall he also reap. Now some may say, well, you know, I wonder why this is happening. I wonder, well, you could stop and ask yourself a question. Is that what I sowed? He said, this is what I got, Lord. This is what I got. And you stop and ask yourself a question. Well, if this is what I sowed. You know, they're always doing this to me. They're always doing that to me. They're always mistreating me. They're always lying on me. Well, I know people just will lie. You know, the devil will just lie. But you could ask yourself a question. Did I sow into this? Why would I lose this or why would I lose that? You could ask yourself a question. Is what did I sow? He says, and let me tell you about sowing. You know, sometime years ago, I remember a lady that I used to work with. Her name was I believe Miss Jarrett. I believe she was a counselor, Counselor Jarrett. I believe that's her last name, Jarrett. I believe. And she said, you know, every time you turn around, people coming in here to my, well, they're mistreating me and they're doing this and they're doing that and they're doing thus and so. And she said, and they said, I ain't done nothing to nobody. I ain't done nothing to them. I ain't done nothing to them. I ain't done anything to them. I ain't done anything. Why are they doing this to me? And she said to me, she said, well, now, they didn't have to do anything to them. But they could be reaping something that they done years ago. And I looked at her and I thought about it. I said, you know, you're right. She said, yes. She said, they could have been doing something. They were in here complaining about they hadn't done this and they want to know why folks treat them like this and treat them like that. And she said they could be reaping something that they done years ago. They didn't have to do it last week. Or maybe they didn't do anything to these people. But they could be reaping something that they'd done years ago. So you could ask yourself a question. Am I reaping something I did last year? Or year before last? Or am I reaping something I did last week? Or am I just reaping something that I've done whenever? So whatever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Now I want you to notice too, in the spiritual. Look here now, very closely. It says, for he that soweth to his flesh shall also reap corruption. Okay, now, but he that soweth to the Spirit, shall the Spirit reap life everlasting. That's what Paul is saying to the church. He says, if you sow lust, if you sow hatred, if you sow malice, if you sow jealousy, if you sow envy, if you sow lying and stealing, if you sow these things, if you just can't stand, you just hate a person to your guts. He said, now, that's what you're going to sow. He said, but you're going to sow corruption. And corruption, you know, that simply means it sounds kind of bad. But he said, now, if you sow joy, peace, happiness, love, gentleness, kindness, faith, meekness, temperance, and long suffering. If you sow those things, if you show the love of God, remember now, our lesson tonight, talking about helping others. Do you have a mind to help others tonight? In whatever way. Someone needs your prayers. Sometimes someone needs a phone call. Say it's going to be all right. Sometimes someone just needs a smile. And then sometimes somebody needs your finances. Okay? So what can I do to help others? All right? Now, I want you to notice. He said, look at this next verse. He said, let us not be weary and well doing. I want to talk about that. That's very important. Let us not be weary. Don't stop. Don't have in mind that you're going to stop helping. Don't say I'm fed up with helping. Don't say I'm not going to help anymore. Don't say I don't care what the Lord said. I'm going to do it my way. But he says,